Hi guys, I'm gonna make a price prediction for Kin, and I think that we have to take a couple of things in consideration. First of all, Binance is allowing SPL tokens right now, and Kin is an SPL token on the Solana chain. That means that that the likelihood of them listing Kin is very, 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 very high, because they're not just going to list one SPL token now that they spent 4 months implementing SPL. So you can be pretty sure they're going to be at more SPL tokens. And can they ignore Kin? I don't know. It would have to be on purpose. So I think that the likelihood of them adding Binance is very, 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 Kin, sorry, that Binance adding Kin is very, very high. So that's one thing, number one. The second thing is we're probably going to see eventually this year, sometime this year, the code app, at least some version of the code app, which will be an on and off ramp for Kin. And that might even give, way to some sort of buy module. And then we have Binance being of course the most important. Why is Binance so important? Not because of course the number of customers they have and the volume they bring in, but also because it puts Kin on the map for a lot of people, a lot of developers that can put in Kin SDK and earn money with the KRE, the Kin rewards engine. Plus, we have the Reddit, which already has built up to 22,000 followers, the Kin subreddit. Then we have AstroKin, which has, I think, almost 50,000 followers on Discord. So there is a certain Kin army which has been built up. And so they're like seriously interested in pushing this. And now we have to think about something which hasn't been considered before, that these Kin armies, be they in Africa and Philippines, in South America, that they are actually now, because they reach a certain volume, that they will tell their friends about Kin as soon as it starts pumping. So we're in a, I would say, different position than we were before, because somebody else said, we were there before, it's going to be the same. I don't think it's going to be the same, because the Kin army has grown. Much more supporters, and they're gonna come out. They may have been in hibernation, and they're gonna come out now, and they're gonna really push this and talk to people about this. The patience was important, of course, and I'm pretty sure that anybody who's a huge Kin fan actually always was a Kin fan. they never stopped being a Kin fan, even if they sold. So and I personally believe that the whole Kin marketing, the logo, the name, everything is just screams. It just screams mass adoption. So, and a little bit of hype is going to be important, because it will bring in more developers and really start people. We need a lot of people talking about this, especially now that the SDKs are starting to become available for Unity, the web SDK. We have Python, we have so now's the time to start building up the hype, because the hype is going to be good. It brings people in, it makes people interested. If they are so short-sighted that they don't give it time, that's their problem, and so I'd say super exciting. People are coming back. It's the time to talk about it, and hopefully in a month or 2 or 3, Binance will list it. And so as a price prediction, I mean, if Binance lists it, can you make a price prediction if Binance lists it? Not so sure. It could go like 200 times, 100 times, 10 times. I'm pretty sure it's not just gonna double from here. So my price prediction is, if Binance lists it, we're gonna see 10 to 20 times at least, because there isn't that much Kin available for buying. And it's still pretty cheap in comparison to other cryptocurrencies in terms of total market cap. And Kik and Kin, they haven't been selling their stash, because they have plans with their stash, and so a lot of people worry about the supply. The supply is there for developing the system, the ecosystem, and they've been true to doing that for the last 4 years, 4.5 years or something. I don't know. So it's one of the few projects that have a certain amount of trust to it. There are some things where you're like, okay, did they have to do this? Did they have to do that? But here we are. So there was a lot of work put into it, and nobody really gave up, except people who were not from the Kin crowd. There's like a certain Kin crowd, and if you're not from the Kin crowd, then you maybe come on board and then you leave again. But there is like a huge Kin crowd, those that really believe in it. So my price prediction is if Binance lists it 10 times, okay, so we're gonna see another zero coming off from here. Maybe even more. How can you predict a Binance listing for a small coin, what it's gonna do with it? It could go to 10 billion. I mean, what would 10 billion? That would be like 100 times, right? That would be 2 zeros. So, I mean, people are getting ready for this. They're like buying this right now. You see how they're like pushing even the highs out. I mean, it's probably gonna pull back, but right now people are expecting about a huge Binance or Coinbase listing. Maybe even. I think the volume is too small for really large players to building a position, but who knows what's gonna happen now? I mean, it's pushing up, 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 up.